Warning: 50% of the current workforce plans to retire in the next 5 years. How many of your most talented and most experienced personnel will retire, taking their valuable knowledge and experience with them? Could this be a problem for you? Today, for the first time in history, there are 4 different generations in the workplace. These generations are veterans, boomers, Generation X, and Generation Y, also called millennials. And recent surveys show 51% of boomers and 66% of veterans have little or no interaction with their Generation Y colleagues. 71% of Generation Y reports limited contact with older workers, and 67% of Gen X says they rarely or never interact with the most experienced members of their teams. Well, where is the critical information and experience in your organization? Is it really in a file cabinet? On a hard drive? In a manual? Or is the really critical information in somebody's head? If you're like most organizations, it resides in your more experienced, typically older workers, right? Strategic leaders know cross-training and succession planning cannot be permanent back burner issues. Now, most people don't think about this every day. But imagine being a part of this scenario. Your recently promoted manager, Andrea, comes to you with a problem. Milton, Andrea's predecessor, has successfully dealt with this problem several times in the past. But Milton is retired and gone, and no one really knows how he did it. Solution? Call Milton. Problem? No answer. Well, why not? Milton and his wife are visiting their great-grandkids now that he's finally retired. And he's turned off his cell phone to save minutes. And who knows when he'll turn it on again. Thankfully, Andrea's got talent. It only takes her 2 days to solve the problem from scratch. Had she known what Milton knew, she would have solved it in less than an hour. Wouldn't it have been better if Milton had effectively communicated his hard-won knowledge and experience to Andrea before he retired? It wasn't that they didn't like each other. They were just 2 generations apart. So communication between them was just difficult. Milton simply wanted to finish things up and retire respectably. Andrea was thinking, when it's my turn, whatever happens, I'll figure it out. Will the company survive? Sure it will. It's not that big of a deal this time. What if solving the problem now is a big deal? What if you need to solve it today? What if not solving it today costs your company tens of thousands of dollars? What if this time Milton is not available? Maybe Milton is sick. Maybe his wife is sick. Maybe he's mad at the company. Maybe his retirement hasn't worked out. Maybe he just doesn't care anymore. And maybe, not to be harsh, Milton has left the building permanently. So let's recap. Milton's not available. The problem is not getting solved. The company is losing, or has lost, tens of thousands of dollars. And your boss is asking, so, help me understand. Andrea and Milton didn't talk before he left? You didn't set her up to succeed? It's too late to fix it now? What if communicating between generations wasn't so difficult because they had learned how? What if each generation in your workforce knew how to recognize the unique filters of other generations, eliminate their incorrect assumptions about other generations, appreciate the strengths in other generations, and give the benefit of the doubt to and gain it from other generations? Wouldn't you save yourself a ton of headaches? Avoid a bunch of emergencies? Eliminate a whole lot of frustration? Gain greater control? Save the company money? And who knows, you might even be saving your job. Maybe your Milton is not going to retire in the next 5 years. Instead, he gets recruited away from you to another company, or to your competition. And because he and Andrea are 1, 1.5, or 2 generations apart, They don't communicate very well. So when Milton leaves unexpectedly, his valuable knowledge and his invaluable experience go with him. Once that vital knowledge actually walks out the door, you have no guarantee you'll ever be able to get it back, do you? It could get worse, but I think you get the point. What if there were a way to prevent this nightmare from ever happening? What if there were a quick and easy way to help your Miltons and Andreas learn to communicate effectively between generations? What if there were a convenient and cost-effective way to help all your managers become more skillful managing across generations? Many of our client companies have suffered through nightmares just like these. So they turned to us for help. As a result, we did the research. Then we developed a powerful, interactive one-day seminar entitled Managing Across Generations. Managing Across Generations addresses several essential elements. Your key leaders will significantly improve their performance with any of the 4 generations in today's workplace. By attending Managing Across Generations, you will 1. Learn how to apply 9 ways to influence behavior without arousing resentment. 2. Explode 5 myths about generational differences. 3. Understand how you can leverage the strengths inherent in each of the 4 generations in today's workforce. And 4. Discover how to use a powerful 3-step formula to foster consensus and collaboration between generations. And 5. Master the single most effective strategy to build trust in your organization. Plus, much more. By the way, this seminar has been developed and is being delivered by Dale Carnegie Training. Dale Carnegie Training is recognized worldwide for practical, business-relevant, results-focused leadership development and training. If you want to avoid the nightmare and be more effective managing different generations in your organization, click on the Give Me More Information button below and get all of the details about the next Managing Across Generations seminar.